crime suddenly ceases to exist across the universe. How do superheroes repurpose their abilities? Unfortunately, struggles don't only come from crimes and wars. In large scale, they could help with natural disasters. For example, even in a more minor scale, they can help bring injured or ill people to hospital in emergencies. They can be vigilant and help avoid accidents, like someone losing control of the bus for no fault of their own. Some can use their powers to help building and repairs and to fix things. There's plenty to do to help people, even without crimes. Look at this dude, taking the question seriously. Still, he didn't answer it. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man can deliver pizza * pizza time *. Deadpool could rent himself out as either a pinata or a crash test dummy. Batman consults a psychiatrist, hopefully an actual non-villainous psychiatrist. Oh please. This is Gotham, monsieur. If you have a doctorate, chances are you're a villain. Hawkeye could use his powers to make $13.25 per hour at a summer camp teaching archery. I wrote a story that has a prelude where superheroes begin fostering a new era of peace as they turn supervillains to allies or defeat them altogether. The world is near harmonious, and that in turn minimizes crime. Superheroes repurpose their abilities to help build new cities, enhance certain trade skills, and help advance humanity's understanding of their existence as well as their overall benefit to discovery, i.e. superhuman strength to help build new cities and houses in less time. Superheroes with flaming abilities hone it in to help weld. Superheroes who can traverse space to help humanity explore new worlds, etc. I would use Superman and speedsters to turn turbines to generate free and clean energy for everyone. They become criminals. Plot twist: you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Well, people with super speed become delivery people. There was a comic where the Flash read up on engineering in a couple of minutes. Super speed and all that, and instantly became an amazing engineer. Imagine if he became a surgeon. Superman becomes the engine for the first intergalactic spacecraft. He arrives at the outskirts of Andromeda in under a second. The liquefied crew are unaware that they've made history. The first human matter to ever leak onto a planet outside of our galaxy. NGL, I want to leak out of a spaceship and be the first human matter to leak out into the Andromeda galaxy. Wolverine could help new surgeons learn how to surgeonize. One of my favorite superhero comics. Strong female protagonist. Had a side character with regeneration powers donate blood in massive quantities to make a living. Aquaman making the best crawfish dinners. Damn to his own fam? That's cold-blooded. What do you think Atlanteans eat? Humans. Dang, he has the whole ocean at his fingertips and he still chooses crawfish. Crawfish. Honey, you'll never guess who just called me. Aquaman. Quote, Mrs. Crawfish. The king called you. What did he want? Quote, crayfish. He wants us to come visit him at the New Orleans pier. Says he's starting some new operation there. Maybe he wants to appoint us as his officials. Quote, Mrs. Crawfish. Oh, that's amazing. I'll get the kids ready. Let's leave right away. Things are finally looking up for the Crawfish family. Quote, Hulk can work in a scrapyard and crush the cars that need crushing and also move them and make nice neat piles. He could also work in places where they have to make large shit like various ships, wind turbines, cranes, and many more things. Yes, definitely. Let's put him to good use. He will need to add Hulk move and Hulk make to his vocab as well. It can't all be about Hulk smash. Hey, he can talk full sentences now, remember? Oh, of course. Think I need to do a little rewatch because I had honestly forgotten. Wonder Woman could become a therapist using the lasso of truth. Patients will have to face truths they have tried to hide even from themselves. So, is it a conflict of interest for her to take Batman as her first patient? Because Bruce has trauma for days he's been running and hiding from Monsieur. He once held the lasso and when asked his real name, said Batman. Why does crime cease to exist? Are the problems that drive people to commit crimes still a thing? With people just content to suffer or die rather than commit a crime? Or are all issues such as poverty and addiction simply resolved? If it's the latter, I think some heroes could do pretty well in the film industry. Who needs a green screen suit or crane rig when you have an invisible flying person? Plot twist. Supers take over and make the world a utopian paradise because they are above normal human vices, like greed and lust for power. Money isn't anything to a higher being. They seek justice for all, like Superman, and actually save humanity, until they get bored being gods and move on to something else. Superman gives flat earthers free rides into space. Super sports. I'd watch the hell out of that. The Flash takes the world record for cup stacking. The mention of cup stacking awakened a series of memories I forgot existed. What the fuck, I feel so hollow inside. How did I forget about cup stacking? Batman can use his large pool of money and large network of connections to quietly help improve all the orphanages in the world. Tony Stark can create clinics for people with heart conditions. Comic continuity. Tony Stark also makes clinics for alcoholics. Spider-Man is a youth mentor who passes on the lessons of Uncle Ben to a new generation. Reed Richards finally has time to sit down and use his vast knowledge of science to make a cure for cancer. The Punisher goes around with a begrudging scowl, rolling his eyes. He contemplates becoming a middle manager or an admin for a gaming server. They just enforce morality. That's what half of them already do. They could go around enjoining good and forbidding evil. It could be their duty to promote moral rectitude and intervene when someone is acting wrongly. They could appoint a chairperson, who would be charged with preventing fraud, disturbance of public order and infractions against public morality. That sounds like liberty. No wait, I mean the other thing. Tyranny. That sounds like tyranny. To get sex. Hulk becomes a worker at car salvage yard. Spider-Man becomes a pizza delivery guy. Batman becomes a linguistic professor, a martial arts sensei. Superman sells ice cream made from his ice breath. Aquaman becomes an acrobat for public entertainment in an aquarium. Deadpool uses his body as a crash test dummy. Flash becomes a postal delivery agent. Captain America becomes an ethics professor. Black Widow becomes a ballet instructor. Greater Than Flash becomes a postal delivery agent. Say goodbye to every postal services in the earth. Why pay for vehicles when you have a man who can run around the earth 3 times without stopping? Exactly my point. Also won't have to pay extra for one-day delivery either. XD. They tackle all the environmental issue they've been too busy to solve. Example: Iceman repairing the ice caps. Storm making it rain. Superman flying all of humanity's waste gathered with the aid of the Justice League into the sun. Swamp Thing actually healing the environment. Swamp Thing actually doing his job. Crime won't exist but accidents still happen. Plane malfunctions. Natural disasters. Cats stuck in trees. I think they'd still be busy saving people from all of those situations. Hulk Bruce Banner would love to be in Snickers commercials. Ask the Incredibles. You either die a hero or live to become the villain. You either die a hero, or you live to become super blue-collar workers. If the comments in this sub are anything to go by, Spider-Man is now an architect that is also working with a design firm to create an alternative for plastics. Tony Stark is doing Tony Stark things. Superman now works for Amazon. Batman is now doing Tony Stark things. Porn. Super porn. The woman was found strewn across the floor, walls, and ceilings of the 3 apartments above the Monsieur cause of death. Kryptonian cream pie. The Flash is employed by Amazon, allowing for the release of their new, extremely pricey, literally right now, delivery option. For Wolverine and Deadpool are experimented on until they escape or until scientists find a cure for everything. A lot of them would have a slightly easier life than the average person. Bruce Banner never has to worry about opening pickle jars. Magneto wraps everything in ferrous materials so he can manipulate everything around him without leaving the sofa. Storm becomes a weather reporter. Joker becomes a normal party clown. Thor will win Forged in Fire. Forged in Fire. Tony Stark goes back to being a billionaire playboy philanthropist. Batman tries to do that, but starts going stir-crazy from having no outlet for his rage. So he disguises himself to participate in underground MMA fights. Harvey Birdman, attorney at law, helped those affected by natural disasters. They learn how to sew face masks for pandemics. Obviously they start committing crime. Someone's gotta do it or they'd be out of a job. Half of them make crime for the other half to stop. They switch every 6 months. They would help redraft our laws to criminalize less serious deviance. The new laws will reflect the more strict obligations to conform in what was previously taboo will now be a crime. Batman would just be a regular detective or maybe be a rich douchebag. Flash would be a delivery boy. Aquaman becomes a celebrity in marine biology. Superman would help the military test weapons or become a journalist. Iron Man would help the government and military along with Cap. Spider-Man would be an amazing photographer and journalist. They become the creators of crime. They become environmentalists. Earth. Deadpool could become a stunt double. Screw that, he's the whole damn cast. LMAO yes. Superman becomes a one-man scaffolding team. Monsieur, does government corruption count as crime? No, it's just daily operation. Superman helps the world by doing farming or giving his blood away due to it be an antibiotic for everything. Wait, can Superman's blood actually canonically act as an antibiotic? Yes, and it's also a one-time shot. The Flash can replace Uber Eats. Civil War. With Dr. Polaris's or Magneto in the Marvel Uni. Help! Physics is advanced centuries. Do repressive actions by dictators count as crimes? If I were a superhero I would spend more time fucking up the North Korean leadership than I would fucking up random 2-bit street thugs in NYC. Superman will be good for construction. Superman is a welder. Superman has gotta be the best solar battery in the universe. He can turn sunlight, and I guess standard vegetarian meals, into extreme amounts of energy. He straight up shoots rays of heat from his body with enough heat and concussive force to cut through skyscrapers. A day's labor for Superman, where he's simply turning a turbine's 9 to 5, would probably dwarf most other green energy outputs. Greater than an I guess standard vegetarian meals. When did Superman become vegetarian? It was introduced in Wade Superman, Birthright into the early 2000s canon clusterfuck, helping people during natural and man-made disasters. Landscaping. Let's be real, some of them would get into making porn. Natural disasters. Only in a universe with no laws could there be no crime. Anarchy. Without a law-abiding side and an outlaw side, there is little difference between a hero and a villain. They would just have to follow their own free will and moral compass like the rest of us. I would think this could keep the super able busy enough. They would join workforces that their powers would be greatly appreciated in, e.g., electrokinesis, electrician, matter manipulation, super strength, construction, invisibility, shapeshifting, actors, X-ray vision, time manipulation, medical, super intelligence, science, engineering, etc. They become the very thing they swore to destroy. Crime. Focus on natural disasters and space debris and shit. Maybe they could help build things for humanity. Just because crime is gone doesn't mean people aren't in danger. Accidents happen all the time. Superheroes keep their jobs. They just get more risky, extreme, because instead of having the potential to talk a human down from a crime, they're talking down a rather angry cassowary or an unstable structure. Maybe even both. Batman can use his Batmobile as an Uber service. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.